Hi everyone, it's Lene. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I like to take a project and go through it from beginning to end and show you step by step how to make it and hopefully share some good tips with you to help you make your own. Today we're going to make a school planner that's perfect for teachers, parents, students. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you how you can win this planner right here for your very own. You can keep it or you can share it. I think you should keep it. So don't forget to subscribe and let's make a planner. So for our first student planner, I did a pastel gingham, and the papers that I used were pink and gray and peach gingham in sort of two different sizes or two different prints. And this is from Gingham #2 paper pack, and I'll put the link down below so you can find that. Then we've also got this beautiful lacy cutout. I've had this for years, so you could use really any kind of white lace on this one because I think that the black here on the label really picks up nicely on the binding of the composition book. And so just adding that stark white against that, I just think is really pretty. We open this up. There's a pocket here. And then right here, we've got some stickers, really lacy. These are stickers from Paper Wishes. I'll put the link down below, and these are fancy border dazzle stickers in pearl and pastel, and I used the really nice silver ones just to go with that gray color. And here we've got a couple of little ribbon strips of paper, a torn pocket with a couple of bookmarks, another sticker detail here, and then of course all these great little tabs that we have for our digital download that are really specific, but then also we have some blank ones. And then if you go to the back page, a couple more of those little paper ribbons and another pocket. So I think this one is really pretty. It's my favorite. And then we've also got one for the sports fans. So for this one, I am from Oregon, and so Oregon Ducks, big team. So that was my inspiration here. Have the yellow and green. And we have the blue here with the digital download. And then there's a little detail right here. That is sienna. The color is sienna, and it's suede paper. Super cool and tactile. Kids love that. So I love it too. So that's what this is right here. We've got the suede paper. I just use my paper trimmer to cut it into strip. And we're going to use that on the planner that we're going to put together tonight. Oh yeah, here's my little strip. Just glued it right there. Okay, and then, oh yeah, for the papers, these are all just by the sheet. And so we've got soccer, we've got basketball, we've got this cool, really retro atom paper that I thought was awesome for science and math, baseball, and another baseball. So really just, you can buy just about any theme that you want. Oh yeah, here's the football border that I used right there. And then right here, we have the plaid paper. And we're going to get into the details of that for sure. So let's see, here are the digital downloads. So we've got this digital downloads on white. We've got the student planner. This planner belongs to you. You can personalize that. School planner. You can personalize it if you're a teacher, if you're a mom. You can put the school year on it. We've got very specific subjects, but we've also got lots of blank tags. And then we've got the school year, months of the school year too. So tonight's that I'm going to make with you, I'm going to use the months for sure. And then for the planners that I did for samples, I printed them out on pastel cardstock, which I thought looked really cool. All right, so for the planner that I am going to make, I'm using Country Blooms paper pack from Hot Off the Press. And ooh, it's so cool. It's one of my favorites. Look at all these beautiful roses and flowers on the burlap and the wood. I think that is going to turn out really well. And we're even going to use some of these little cutouts for card making and scrapbooking. Some of them are going to work really well for our planner, just decorating pages and such. We're also going to use a suede detail again. And this one is cut down a little bit. It's actually a little bigger than this. But this one, the name of it is mauve, but it's actually very lavender. So I thought it would go really, really nicely with the paper from Country Blooms. So here we go. These are the 3 papers we're going to be using tonight. Okay, we're going to be actually using 2 of each of these, but I wanted to show you what these look like. This one's going to make a great corner, like a corner pocket. And this is the one we're going to use on the front of our planner. So remember these old composition books from school. These are available at the Dollar Tree. They're at Target, just about anywhere that you buy your school supplies. And this is a great time to pick them up. They're anywhere from 55 cents to $1. So definitely buy a bunch of them and you can use them throughout the year. That's what I did. I stocked up. So the first thing we're going to do is use a little bit of, well, quite a bit of some liquid glue. I like Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. It has a nice tooth to it, so it really gets into that paper, and I just don't have a problem with things just peeling off. So the first thing we're going to do is cover the front of our composition book, except for this binding here. We're not going to put any glue on that, right? And I have already done the back side. So that's what we're going to end up with on the front, okay? So let's get to that. Oops, got a little stopper there. I think my glue dried out under the lights. Man, the struggle is real. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and get along that binding, guys. Using my handy professional tool to unclog it, which is a paper clip. Okay, so we're going to get that. The edges, the corners and the edges are the most important part to get a lot of glue on, because we know these things just kind of peel up after a while if they're not really secured. And you know, some people like using tape runners on this. I don't. I feel like the tape runners can get brittle and they can pull off eventually. So I just prefer wet glue. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and we're going to align the corners here, just like that. And when you push that up against the binding, you're going to feel a little ridge there. And it's just a really nice way to stop that. And we're just making sure that's aligned there and there. Now we're just going to go all around this. Really good. In fact, even taking bone folder is not a bad idea. All right, so now we're going to cut away this portion right here. And the reason I didn't cut it to exact size, not everybody has a paper trimmer, so here's a way to do this with just a pair of scissors. And it also is a way to give you a really nice, precise fit. There you go. And then when you get to that rounded corner, just turn it. And then we're going to go down here. Same thing, turn that corner. All right, now we are actually going to use these pieces in our books. We're just going to use this for the bottom of the pocket on the inside. But for now, the front is looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, and before decorating the front, I'm going to go ahead and do some things on the inside so that stuff doesn't fall off when we do the front, okay? So, oops, here's the back. So I've already done the pocket right here on the inside front cover. And I'm going to show you how to do it on the back, exactly how I did the front, but I didn't want to take the time to do two of them. So there we go. And for that, we're going to take this paper, and this one has this really cool pickup truck on here, which would look great on a card or something like that. So I don't want to use that. So what I'm going to do is take this paper and I'm going to mark it right here so I know where to cut that. And then this is going to be the pocket. So that's going to well take care of that and cover this part that's not going to be on there. Okay. Now for this, we can just go ahead and take, we don't need our trimmer because we're going to go ahead and cut, almost cut down here. We're going to cut right here. And it doesn't even have to be a particularly straight line because that's not going to show. All right. And we're going to glue that right up here. Let's hope my glue is in better shape this time. Yay. Remember, we want to get that corner really good. I try not to get it right up too close to that binding because sometimes glue kind of squishes and then you get it all over your pages. Okay, so we're going to move that up a little bit. There we go. All right, now we're going to just turn that over. Whenever I'm cutting against an edge, I always like to turn it sort of face up rather than cutting blind. It's just not fun for me. All right, so now we have our pocket here. And we're going to put that like that. Or we've got this little embellishment on the outside edge. So let's see, what did I do on the front? Yep, it kind of curves around like this. So you don't have to match, but matching is cool. It's fun. So here's my manky old pencil again. You guys remember in the last video, I think I told you I've had this since high school. That's a really long time. Found it in a pencil box. And so now I'm obsessed with it. I think of all the math tests I failed using it. All those scantrons. All right. So now we're going to put this right there. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and glue a little bit of that cool suede paper that I did cut into a strip using my paper cutter. But you can just cut a straight line using a ruler. There we go. And now we're going to place that. We're going to glue, oops, we're going to put glue here, here, and here. And we're going to leave this part open. So for this, I actually like to place the glue, oops, right on the back of the pocket. So you have some control there. And this part right here, these little areas get the most wear when that pocket is being used. Okay, and now we're going to turn that over and just trim away that little tiny round corner there. And then just so we remember that it's a pocket, a little library card in there. You can buy these online, by the way, so I will put the link down below. I just love library cards. All right, so now while this is all drying and everything, we can decorate some pages. But first, we're going to actually put on those little planner tabs. So that's going to go on the front cover when we're done. And then cut out our little tabs for months. But I also added like special days, activities, and then we've got some blank ones here. So for this one, we're just going to, man, I've got Ooh, all over my fingers. Let's get rid of that. All right, so for April, I'm just gonna fold them in half and crease that top really good. That's it. Same with the blank ones. And then once you fold it, here's my big tip on this. Fold them first, then write on them. Because if you write on them, sometimes you get too close to the fold and it goes over, or you go too close to the edge. Trust me, learn from my mistakes. All right. All right, let's glue some tabs. So we're going to start, of course, September, October, November, December, January. We're going to do those first ones right like this. So what I like to do, instead of starting on the first page like this and folding back, I like to do a few pages at the beginning like this, and then sandwich that like that. And then we're going to work our way down. Okay, so let's do that. And then there are just like infinite number of ways that you can decorate your pages. We're going to show you a few here when we get this all done. Okay, so we're just going to sandwich that right there. I like to see that when it's closed, you can still see the month. And of course, starting with the school year. If you start in August, then you could use a blank one and start in August. We start in September around here, so that's the way we worked. All right, so now we're going to do this next one in the same way, but we're going to stagger it down just a little bit. Go like this, and then we close that, and just like that. And you see how I'm kind of aligning them? And while that glue is wet, it's so great, because that's another reason I like wet glue, is you can kind of move it around, and there's a little bit of literally wiggle room. All right, so a couple more pages. And you know, you can put as many pages if you have a very particular, like December is not as busy of a school year, a school month, so you don't maybe need as many. All right, so. And then one of the things, another tip I have for you when gluing these on, sometimes if you're a little heavy-handed with the glue, it can seep out on your pages and everything sticks together. So I like to recommend, you could use little bits of wax paper, you could use little bits of a plastic bag, things like that to put in between these, and just let them dry for about an hour. And that way you're not going to have any glue oozing out on your pages and kind of making a mess. And then this is also a really good time to ask you guys to subscribe to my channel. I am a brand new channel. I've only got like half a dozen videos under my belt here, but I also work for a company named Paper Wishes, and I do 3 videos a week with them. And I just do this just because it's fun time. Like I want to come home and I want to start crafting, and I want to kind of want to do my own thing. And so that's what that's about. That's why I craft. Why? What's your why? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear the why. All right, and now we're going to do January. And then another reason to subscribe and comment and like and all that stuff is, don't forget, you guys can like win. Ooh, I'm going to have a little glue spot there, so I need to be careful. Let that dry, because I moved it up and now I'm going to have a tacky spot. Just what I told you guys not to do. All right, so we're going to end right there and then let that little spot dry, and then we come back. This will be magically done, and we'll work on some decorating the pages and the cover. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All of our pretty tabs glued in place. Very pretty. And now let's see, how about we do the cover and then we can jump back in and decorate some pages. So for our cover, I'm going to do a little strip of this pretty suede paper right here. And then we've also got the school planner plaque to go there. And then I've also got some pretty ribbon that we can add on here. Look at that. So we can do that with this little piece of suede covering that. I think that would be really pretty. I love that. Okay, so last time I used a hot glue on this. I had a question about whether or not just, glue, regular glue or tacky glue, even the paper glue would work. Let's find out. So I'm going to go ahead and take a line here. And I should say this crochet ribbon, something I've had for years, but you can get something very similar at fabric stores. This is just sort of a cream or ecru crocheted. Did I say ribbon? It's crocheted lace. Like that. And then right over this binding part, I'm going to put some more glue. Okay, I'm liking that. Just going to let that kind of sit as we work, and then we're going to trim off the ends there. Once again, why I like liquid glue, just kind of move that in place where I want it. There we go. It's kind of curling up a little bit. I'll make sure that it gets laid down nicely. Oh, that's so nice. It's got a texture. All right, so let's do, I think, some pages. So on this piece right here that we have left over from the cover, then you can actually take these little scraps and do just pretty decoration. So I'm going to fold that but not crease it, and then you just go like that, and that gives you just like a little notched piece there. Okay, I'm going to put this right over here, kind of up near the top. Okay, and then we've got these little pretty pieces of artwork that we cut out. You're not here with me. I know I cut them out. Okay, so we can just leave that, and then we can like add some things. We'll just leave that page the way it is. Oh, I know what I can do. I can add like stickers to that, just because that would be awesome. Some really pretty green ones that'll pick up those leaves. I think that would be nice. So let's do, I'm kind of studying these a little bit. There we go. And we can just put that right there. And I just gently place them across right on that line. Just like that. And then, gosh, I need some smaller scissors to cut some of these things with. Here we go. And I feel good about not turning this piece over. I'll just cut that right there. Got my trash can. But the sticker won't let me. Let go, let go. All right, now we're gonna do another page here. We'll do, I think, October. Actually, we'll do December because I have an idea. Oh, see, some of my pages stuck together because I didn't use that tip. Do as I say, not as I do. Did any of your parents say that to you growing up? Mine did. So we can do that. And we can also put that there, but I don't like that one because it's got the same image. So let's kind of do this, yes. Do that. And just overlap them just like that. We can take another piece of our Dazzle stickers, and then we can just kind of go right up there. And we're just going to go down the page. Oops, almost. And then let's add another color in. It's a nice peachy color, kind of salmon. And you might be saying, well, you're not leaving enough room to like do your planning. Well, sometimes you just need pretty. Sometimes when you're planning your kids' school class party and everybody has a dietary issue and you're at your wit's end, you need some pretty. There we go. All right. See if we can get that in the frame there. And we can go to March. We've got these two we can add together, or we can just do this one. Let's do another pretty one. Ooh. Turn it in every direction, Lily. All right, I'm just going to put that across that top line there. I think we'll do one more. There we go. And then one of the cutouts from Country Bloom had this really cool rose cutout with some, I think that's hydrangea. Actually, I see that there's script print on the back of this one, so I want to make sure that I get that kind of going in the right direction. Just aesthetically, I like that. And then we have one more little group here. And I'm thinking I'll use this little scrap. And maybe I'll do this. Right up there. And then I'll just lay this piece right over that. Like that. Okay, so I think our page decoration is done. And we'll see if this is looking good. I'm going to turn that over. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so we've got our cover done. The back cover looks like this. Inside has pockets. We've got our tabs with a few decorated pages. Of course, you could go way heavier than that. Got another pocket right here. Okay, and I wanted to tell you guys, if you would like to win this planner to keep for yourself or share with a friend, then just follow the rules at the end of this video, which goes something like subscribe, comment, share, like, and then at random, we're going to pick one of you and we will attach the winner to the beginning of the next video for next week. And then you just have to email us at my email address and I will send it to you. Personally, I will go to the post office and stand in line and send you your planner so that you have that. So you guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I had a great time making a planner and showing you how that works as I reach away from my mic to show you. So as you can see, lots of different options for planners. and really fun to make and just in time for the school year. So get on that. As you can see, they don't take long to make and you can get all kinds of different designs. So thanks for joining me today and I'll see you in the next one.